Okay? America basically sent her a warning today. But okay. Then she told this man, do what you gotta do. I'm watching. No, I'm convinced Jeremiah liked the crazy stuff. Because my mans was smiling. So it is what it is. Let them be. After they heal from today. Anywho, Ace pulls Shelly. He's saying how, he wants to be transparent. Obviously, he still wants to explore her, but he had a really good conversation with Iris, and he wants to explore that too. Obviously, Shelly didn't really like hearing that. And in her confessional, she's like, you gonna be exploring every freaking body who walk up in here? Basically, it's Ace. Like, it is what it is. I thought it was so funny when she was telling Olandria about the situation, talking about, I want to explore with her, and, I want to be transparent, and gave her the look like, girl, I just love how you get what I'm saying. I'm in bed, Charlie trying to be petty. He chatting it up with Iris. And Hannah calls him out for it and was like, you being petty. Now, y'all heard Jeremiah tell Huda you could do whatever you want until the lights turn off. And he was making some noises. Then we saw some things. What were y'all doing? But, are we surprised? Y'all been getting busy damn near since day 2. Now, the next morning, Ace only brings breakfast for Iris. Which is confusing because there was one time he brought up 3 breakfasts. Today, you just want to bring up 1. Oh, you trying to make it known that you really on her. And of course, Shelly looking like, oh. And Olandria looking like, oh. And America looking like, that man ain't shit. Huda did inform the girls she and Jeremiah got it on. Okay? Nothing new, child. Also, she told Jeremiah, love you, after he brought her some syrup. Girl, pipe down. It was on the accident. Same thing with day 1. Okay. Charlie put Iris. He said he would like to get to know her. Hannah's there freaking out to Taylor, talk about she ready to crash out. Because she never pulled Pepe. Pepe pulled her. So she wants Iris to pull Charlie, not Charlie pulling Iris. And then when she talked to Charlie later on, she's just like, she was trying to be respectful by not chatting up someone in front of him. That's why she wanted in private. She doesn't want him chatting anyone in front of her. But babes, when you took someone in private, you were spread legs open on him. So it's better you probably chat in public. Now, Taylor, he's a little shook. He pulled Olandria asking, how's your chat with Jalen? And Olandria's letting him know, like, Jalen's very vocal about how he feels about me. He's attracted to me, all that stuff, wants to get to know me, which is different from you. Your ass, I guess, want to know the mental. You don't really tell me, like, I'm pretty and all that. Basically, Taylor, step your shit up. Because, Jalen really making it known. But Taylor said, they're good. He's going to maybe step it up or whatever. And they got a little text for the Godwood challenge. Now, this I enjoyed. First of all, the game was complicated as hell. I don't really know how to explain that. We're just going to explain questions and Beaver, okay? Because Beaver, you get to make out. Wood, you do something, they choose the wood, and then chop the wood. Child, you watched it. I ain't explain all that shit. First up was Austin. He got who should be asked from the villa. He chose Jeremiah. Jeremiah chose Amaya to ride the log with Austin. And then Austin chose Shelly to ride the wood with him. And then he picked the Beaver, so he got to make up with somebody, and it was Olandria. He went in with her, okay? Taylor wasn't a fan. Also, who put the Beaver in there? Why was Olandria's name the one getting pulled for every fucking body? But let's get into the next person, child. Next was Taylor. It was like, which boy is bored in his couple? Obviously, it's Ace. Ace chose Huda for the chop wood. It was a lot of ass, child. It was a lot of ass. And then the Beaver he picked was Sierra. They actually didn't do anything. They just made some sex noises and a little hideaway thing. Not hideaway, but you know what I mean. They ain't do nothing. Next was Nick. It was which boy is pining for somebody else? Obviously Ace. Ace chose Iris to chop wood with Nick. Because obviously Nick is interested in her. He was looking out for his boy. Sierra wasn't a fan of that, but she liked that it wasn't the Beaver that he got. Then the Beaver he got was Olandria, the popular babe. And they actually kissed. Door even went open. Baby, they went to work. Next was Jeremiah, and that was the surprising one for the night. He got which boy has no splinter of hope in his couple, obviously. Ace. That was another popular guy. Ace chose Sierra to chop with Jeremiah because Jeremiah's type is Sierra. Ace's little reasonings was also petty too. Love him. It's good TV. And then for Beaver, he got Olandria. And I thought we were going to get some sex noises. And baby, Jeremiah went in. I said, okay, come out your shop, boy. Of course, Huda is looking real hard, and she saw that her man was locking lips with somebody else. And I don't think she was a fan of that. Even the boys were like, oh, you about to get it tonight. And he enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. Next was Ace, which boy needs to be cut down to his size. He chose Pepe. And Ace chose his wood thing with Iris. They kissed. And then he got Olandria's Beaver. They kissed too. Honestly, I felt like this episode was punishment for Taylor. And I loved it. If you're not going to kiss your girl, everybody else will. Thank you. Next was Jalen. He got which boy needs to branch out from his couple. He chose Jeremiah. Huda didn't like that. And Jeremiah picked Huda for the chopping. So Huda rode Jalen. And she said that he not going to get none of that. And then Jalen got the Beaver for Amaya. And then they had their little kiss. And next was Pepe. He said which boy doesn't have chemistry with his person. He chose Austin. I'm not mad at that answer. Well, he could have chose Ace, but I'm not mad at the answer. He picked his log thing with Hannah. They had a little kiss. And then he got Beaver Iris. So they had a little kiss. Of course, Charlie's messiest question gonna be who's your stiffest competition? It was Pepe. Then he chose Hannah to get his little kiss on the log. And my man's went in. He wanted to make Pepe jealous and wanted Hannah to make up for kissing Pepe the day before. So he went to work. And then he got Sierra to kiss in the little whatever. And they actually had their kiss too. Boys tried to tell Jeremiah your girl was moving mad, but he was standing by his girl, child, when they were doing the little catch up. But they recognized Alondra was a hot commodity. Huda said she didn't care about the kiss. And Hannah said, you know, things are moving for her with Charlie, okay? Jalen and Alondra, they caught up. They had a little pick. Hannah and Pepe, she's just trying to figure things out, but they still went back to making out. Charlie tried to pull a thing, talk about he wants to explore things with Amaya. Amaya got emotional, talk about, baby, that's my girl. You just moving off of emotion right now. You being petty. And Charlie took the fattest L I've ever seen. Of course, Amaya gonna run back to Hannah. And Hannah now has decided that she actually really wants Charlie. Pepe's just a good time, not a long time. Charlie's the long time. Charlie and Hannah finally get back on one accord. They're saying, you know, they're really gonna focus on each other. She promised not to kiss nobody no more. She can't keep that promise though. That's petty. Let me stop. But they're back on their track. Jeremiah Huda had a little catch up. Huda trying to tell him he had no business kissing somebody, and he said no, bro. Like everybody else kissing. She said, you want to follow everybody else? Huda was doing the most. It was a challenge, baby. We saw you riding somebody. She said she didn't want to get her lick back, but she didn't get the opportunity, child. Now, Ariana came back looking good as hell, okay? Y'all peeped Nick and Sierra hugging like they was going to war. Child, y'all weren't even affected. Y'all were safe. And Huda said there will be a little recoupling. America has decided. And for once, America, we were all on one accord. Maybe my votes mattered. Jalen was first. We picked Alondria. It was so funny seeing Taylor scoot over. Jalen sitting down and put his arm over his girl. Okay. Alondria is processing. She's excited to explore. Jalen is happy. Taylor is hurt. Oh well. Pepe to Hannah, obviously. Hannah surprised. Charlie had better days. And Pepe happy. Now my favorite was Iris. And you know, we sent her to Jeremiah to talk about what the fuck. No, baby. We wanted this. Alondria saying it's messy. And Ace laughing like a motherfucker. Iris is surprised. Jeremiah has no words. And Huda feels like she got slapped in the face. She was saying she's confused because she feels like she has the best connection in there. Y'all peep Ace face? That's their biggest hater, okay? Now to say one person has to go home and the people who were not affected needs to decide on who's getting dumped. Before they even start voting, Charlie trying to make his case. And I was like, oh, baby. They probably aired that because you're the one to go. Sierra voted for Charlie. Nick felt that one person had tunnel vision, is safety, security. So he voted Huda, his niece's mama. Let me stop. But imagine telling somebody you a mother, the baby's uncle, and they voting you to get out. Damn. Austin voted for Taylor. He said he fucked up. How you vote your girl's best friend's man? But okay. Shelly voted Charlie. Ace, we already knew he was gonna vote Huda. He said 2 people put themselves out there, 1 person didn't. Trying to say you're closed off is bullshit. And there's a hidden agenda. You know, he's their biggest hater. Maya voted Charlie because obviously the things that happened. And baby Charlie was the one who was getting dumped. And Hannah was in shambles. I mean, the island was in shambles, but now Huda knows she got ops. America don't really fuck with her like that. My thing is, how is the villa gonna recover from that? Because I see on the next episode, the boys get to squabbling. And guess what? I'm sad. I'm here for the mess.